My city on fire. I'm sorry I fight ya. I'm just trying to be better. Too cold for a sweater. Nah, there's no forever. We on the search for better. We on the search for better. We on the search for better. My city on fire. I'm sorry I fight ya. I'm just trying to be better. Too cold for a sweater. But there's no forever. We on the search for better. We on the search for better. For better. I think they mad that I said something. Ugly nigga for ransom. But my brother's alright. I'm trying to be a provider. Where I'm from is alright. Safer to keep silent. It's hard for me to choose you. Scare my life would abuse you. My city on fire. I'm sorry I fight ya. I'm just trying to be better. Too cold for a sweater. Learn there's no forever. We on the search for better. We on the search for better. For better. And I can't wait to tell my mama that I made it. Man, I'm tired of the stressing and I'm tired of this fake shit. I see the vision, said there ain't no being lazy. Gotta wake up early morning, yeah, the money never waiting. My mama showed them different, we ain't worried about you bitches. Stack your dreams, travel far, bad, but she missing. I bet my love a better way in 7 days. Cause the people in my city really steady, acting shady. R.I.P. dope boy, ain't get to make it through. Man, I'm truly scarred, why it had to be you. Do it on your own, now you have to lose your life. We just wanna make it out, see it back and catch a flight. I'm sorry I fight ya. I'm just trying to be better. Too cold for a sweater. Learn there's no forever. We on the search for better. We on the search for better. For better. Keep it real, I don't know who to trust. They love you when you down, but they hate you when you up. Now you my brother, but you stealing from me blood. I just peep shit, now I gotta like a trust. She been welling on me, though for real. Ever since my brother died, mama said I need to chill. Baby, take your time, I promise you gotta heal. I just push her to the side, but I still feel it still. I've been hurting, broke past, got me spurging. Blue mask, I've been purging. Glizzy cocked back, got my mind set on murder. Got my mind set on murder. My city on fire. I'm sorry I fight ya. I'm just trying to be better. Too cold for a sweater. There's no forever. We on the search for better. We on the search for better. For better.
Mm-hmm. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm really just paying attention. And so I'm paying attention to Nevada because that's where I'm living, in Nevada, in the great state of Nevada. Okay, breaking news. Breaking news. You know, this Substack is bullshit. I'm not going to upgrade to Substack. I'm just not going to buy into the bullshit. But we have to go to YouTube and find it. You only YouTube. No, not that one. There we go. Because breaking news should be on RFK. She silenced him. Oh, well, she shut somebody up. Oh, yeah, well, let's see. We'll see.
You have power here, and yet you don't do anything. I think, like so many things with the modern Republican Party, it's like you're skulking right around the edge of things, but too often, your bigotry, the Republican Party's own bigotry, is imprisoning them and keeping them from ever actually doing something that helps, not harms. the American people. And this is another one of those instances, right? When it's a person of color, if it's 2 or 3, it's a pattern, and the entire community must be indicted. But if it's 100 Republicans, it's just not that. And this hearing today isn't even about fraud generally within the federal benefits system, which we would welcome. Republicans have cherry-picked a blue state and an immigrant population, vulnerable, to demonize. To be clear, Minnesota is not the only state with a fraud problem. To truly tackle waste, fraud, and abuse, we need to approach the issue with a scalpel, not a mallet. Discovering that people are committing fraud in the federal program does not mean we should smash the whole thing and end it. This hearing is not an effort by Republicans to improve social service programs. It's an excuse to end them and to punish Democratic-led states. This has always been the plan. It's why Republicans' so-called big, beautiful bill is estimated to cut more than $1 trillion from Medicaid and CHIP benefits and cut SNAP for 40 million people. No matter what party we're elected to, we represent the people of our district, Democrat or Republican. We represent as the federal government all people of all states, irrespective of how they voted. That's a charge that I took, and I would like and hope that you all would do the same. When so many of these social service programs are being gutted and defunded, fraud becomes even more harmful, as that means even less money is going to people who need it. People need these programs. This situation should be an opportunity to take a deep look at the programs and improve their oversight abilities, not an excuse to cut them entirely. If we care about the most vulnerable, if we care about the most marginalized, this is an opportunity to do so, and I welcome us to actually do that one day. Thanks, I yield back.
Ms. Lee, the IGs are hired to identify fraud. They haven't identified fraud. The IGs have failed. But anyway.
You all have failed.
No.
You all continue to fail. We've done nothing. You have the gavel, Mr. Comer. We barely do hearings on anything that actually affects change. You have power here, and yet you don't do anything. You have power here, and yet you don't do anything. I think, like
She
so
said,
many.
you got power, you don't do shit. Let's see what else is here. Oh, let's listen to this one.
The Trump administration is closing the Department of Education. It's what they call the final mission. But first, they're working to change public education as we know it.
Education freedom, patriotic education,
The biblical and Christian worldview. We're at the moment that conservative activists have been waiting for decades.
The administration is encouraging an exodus from public schools. It's cut grants to school districts, and it's also rolled back civil rights protections.
In the absence of strong public school districts, public school advocates wonder, what will our democracy look like? I've been an education reporter for a long time and have covered schools, private, public, charter, in many states. Even public school activists acknowledge that public schools can improve and that there are deficits and there are faults. But this is the first time that I've seen people in power who have such a negative view of public schooling as a concept. Many have the belief that the government shouldn't be involved in delivering education at all.
we have failed our children in this country. Let's change. Let's turn it upside down.
President Trump appointed Linda McMahon as Secretary of the Department of Education.
Linda, you're presiding over something that's so important, and you're going to do a fantastic job.
Do we need this department?
No.
The department enforces civil rights laws, and it also hands out money to school districts that have a high proportion of low-income students.
We're ranked at the bottom of the list in education. I want the states to run schools, and I want Linda to put herself out of a job.
Linda McMahon is very much trying to reshape public education in this country.
I get to have a lot to do with all of the schools.
Many people called her a real fighter who would carry out the president's agenda, but others are very concerned about her qualifications because she doesn't have a deep background in education.
She came from World Wrestling Entertainment.
Wow.
She's a corporate executive. She's also served previously as the leader of the Small Business Administration in the first Trump administration.
As an entrepreneur myself, I have long known the challenges and rewards of building a business.
She and her estranged husband, Vince McMahon, they go back quite a while with President Donald Trump.
The Battle of the Billionaires is on for WrestleMania. Donald Trump cannot get out of this deal.
during the 4 years Trump was out of office, she established this think tank called the America First Policy Institute to build out the wish list for the upcoming second Trump administration.
They were considered almost a White House in waiting.
We have built a home for the America First movement. We launched a school effort on patriotic education. We want to give parents more control over their children's education. We have so much work left to do to fix our country.
AFPI put out a report called Biblical Foundations, 10 Pillars for Restoring a Nation Under God.
The paper advances the idea that Christianity and the Bible should have a foundational place in American life, including in American schools. But there's a long tradition in this country of separating church and state.
Our system of public education goes back almost 200 years.
It has very much been considered an underpinning of democracy.
The Department of Education was started under President Carter.
We're here to say that all American children will have the equal opportunity for quality education.
It was created to make sure that civil rights laws were being enforced.
Public schools, by law, have to educate all students, regardless of race, gender, disability.
Private schools do not operate under the same rules.
The AFPI report argues that there's a biblical basis for education to be the sole responsibility of parents. This is a very great departure from the idea that we as a society have a collective responsibility to educate all children.
So this paper comes out, and then Linda McMahon becomes the leader of the U.S. Department of Education. And we're now seeing some of those beliefs that were expressed come to play.
The Trump administration's goal is clear. Take the bureaucracy out of education. Expand school choice.
The federal government has not historically been involved in curriculum. What we're seeing right now is a desire to sort of step into that space.
The president believes American education should focus on cultivating patriotic citizens who are ready for the workforce.
The administration wants to present a more uplifting view of some of our darkest chapters.
Children will be taught to love America. Children will be taught to be patriots. Children will be taught civic values for schools that want federal taxpayer funding.
The COVID pandemic was really an important moment in the development of what's happening now.
America faces a lost generation of students who were negatively impacted by decisions made during the pandemic.
We saw a lot of anger.
You cannot censor my freedom of speech.
Over school closures and masking.
We're coming for the woke agenda. We're coming for the spending.
So we saw the creation of parents' rights groups who wanted more of a say in what was being taught in schools.
Linda McMahon has brought in about 20 advisors from outside groups to help her not only shut down the Department of Education, but to radically reform public education. At Linda McMahon's confirmation hearing, we noticed there were activists in the front row. Nicole Neely, the founder of Defending Education.
The country's equity experiment has been an unequivocal failure, and it's time to move on.
Erica Donalds, who is with AFPI.
Breaking the education cartel, giving parents education freedom means something to parents and students.
Tiffany Justice, one of the co-founders of Moms for Liberty.
Our children are being indoctrinated in school. We've seen kids taught to hate our country, to question religion.
While not an official part of government, they do have a lot of influence.
I don't even know that we anticipated it would go as fast as it has. I mean, less than a week after Linda McMahon was confirmed, half of the department was gone.
Linda McMahon also has top-level policy officials at the department, people who strongly support the movement of children from public to private schooling.
We want the most students possible participating in private school choice options.
People who strongly support biblical principles being closely enmeshed in public school curriculum.
The most important thing we need to educate our children about is God.
Chief among these folks was Lindsay Berg.
I direct the Center for Education Policy at the Heritage Foundation.
She's lead author on the Chapter on Education and Project 2025, the conservative blueprint for the Trump administration. She now is a deputy chief of staff. Lindsay Burke's chief priority is to further school choice, including private schools, religious schools, and homeschooling.
Instead of funding school systems, we should fund children and move toward policies where dollars follow the child.
Lindsay Burke imagines the education landscape as a marketplace. When we think of school choice, sometimes we think of choosing a charter school or a private school over your local public school. And what she advances is this idea that every child should be allotted a certain amount of tax dollars.
If a school voucher is similar to a coupon to pay tuition at a single private school of choice, an education savings account is like an Amazon gift card.
And with that money, families shop for the type of education that they want for their children. Piano lessons here, math tutoring here.
You can pay private school tuition, but you can also pay a private tutor. You can buy textbooks, curricula. You can pay for online courses.
80% of children attend a public school now, and she'd like to see that dramatically decline.
I'm optimistic that, 5 years from now, a majority of kids are going to be in a private school choice program.
My name is Meg Kilgannon. I'm a wife and a mother of 4.
Meg Kilgannon is another high-level advisor that Linda McMahon has brought in
as Director of Strategic Partnerships.
Children are facing many dangers in public schools today. There are ideologies that are completely antithetical to a Christian worldview.
What the left is doing is a top-down imposition of a Marxist and anti-God and anti-family agenda.
Meg Kilgannon comes from the Family Research Council.
She has said that we are in a spiritual war over the minds of our children.
The whole part of our effort at Family Research Council is to encourage Christians to engage. But we also can't let the public school system be such a drag on the rest of the educational situation. Otherwise, it's going to end up ruining the schools that we start too.
The policies that they envision that will change American schools are in motion.
We're here this morning to discuss the grave threats to religious liberty in American schools. The Department of Education will soon issue new guidance protecting the right to prayer in our public schools.
We're seeing an absolute decimation of the function of the U.S. Department of Education to uphold civil rights.
The U.S. Department of Education has opened an investigation now into the Green Bay Area Public School District.
A mother is accusing the district of denying reading support to her son because he is white.
What the administration has done is essentially diverted their resources to investigating instances where someone has complained that white students are being discriminated against, anti-Semitism on college campuses, and issues related to transgender students.
From now on, women's sports will be only for women.
If you use the Office for Civil Rights to start investigations in some big school districts, to let people know that we're not going to tolerate that behavior, I think that people will conform.
What that has meant for students with disabilities who have complaints and other racial and ethnic groups who have potential discrimination cases, those cases remain largely unheard.
We are transforming our schools by raising standards.
We've seen previous administrations enact really large-scale efforts to improve public schools. For example, to hold schools accountable for student achievement. But that's not what this administration is doing necessarily.
Let's pray.
We're at a really dramatic inflection point.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act has now been passed by Congress.
They got Congress to pass the first national school voucher program.
The tax credit scholarship that would allow individuals or corporations potentially to make donations, and those donations be used for private school tuition in any state in the country.
It's a huge change. Children learn in many different ways and have many different needs. There are times when parents need to choose options that are outside of their public school district. The thing with school choice is there are not unlimited tax dollars.
As we see more and more money and children leaving public schools, that's going to mean that school boards are going to close schools. They just won't have the money to keep them open. It's already happening.
Providing families with options at the end of the day does mean that fewer students over time are going to be in traditional district schools.
The students who may be the most harmed when we see fewer public schools will be children with disabilities, English learners, children who are from rural schools and don't have a lot of other options.
The final mission is ongoing.
Our final mission as a department is to fully empower states to carry the torch of our educational renaissance. America's next generation will look back on the work we've carried out, thankful for an education system that prioritizes students over bureaucracy.
We reached out to the Department of Education and sent them detailed questions. They chose not to respond to us.
But we were able to speak to some of the advisors. Nicole Neely told us they're continuing to work to enforce parents' rights and to break what she called the stranglehold of America's public education system.
I asked Tiffany Justice what percentage of children she thinks should be in the public schools, and she told me, I hope to get to 0.
For the next year, we're going to be reporting on how the federal education policy changes actually play out in school districts across the country.
Wow.
If you want to reach out to us, please contact propublica.org/education.
ProPublica. I think people should be reaching out to ProPublica, don't you? Where am I? Oh, inside the Trump administration to change public education, because you see, the one thing that you need to understand about public education as it is mandatory. And most people mess up because they don't understand who can come in their life and disrupt their lives as if they have a right to. And I'm saying, yeah, it's the federal government. It is actually the way that public education is laid out. And there's those partners in education. Remember those ones that I was talking to you last hour? But let me get a song, so I have to do a few things. Go to notes. Notes. Play the middle song. Okay, enjoy. I'm doing my hair. It's the first thing I do in the morning.
Don't forget, we got reasons. Brody in that jam night, seen them. They didn't have no faith, we was gonna be some. Brody called my phone, we gonna be some. 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 And don't forget, we got reasons. Brody in that jam night, seen them. They didn't have no faith, we was gonna be some. Brody called my phone, we gon' be some. We gon' be some. We gon' be some. And we gon' be some. We gon' be some. We gon' be some. And Brody off that perky, he can't feel no. We take these drugs so we can feel no. When we was down bad, they didn't say nothing. Now niggas touching toe, they wanna see something. Pretty city lights, they really me, son. If you ain't on your shit, you ain't gon' be none. Got up off my ass, I'm gon' be some. Got up off my ass, I'm gon' be some. And I'm shooting for the stars, I'm going farther. And I'm with all my brothers, yeah, we going farther. Took a couple losses, but they won't bother. Yeah, I'm working harder, yeah, I'm working harder. We got reasons, Brody in the deep end. And yeah, I'm grinding, and all this shit I'm peeping. Won't stop working until I'm living lavish. My mama need it, so I gotta have it. And don't forget, we got reasons. Brody in that jam night, seen them. They didn't have no faith, we was gonna be some. Brody called my phone, we gon' be some. We gon' be some. We gon' be some. And we gon' be some. We gon' be some. I'm tryna chase my fucking dreams, I'm tryna make a way. You don't understand, you don't understand this pain. Boys, yeah, they fight, I'm tryna burst your brain. I understand it's cold, yeah, this shit is strange. If you ain't chasing your dream, get the fuck away. I've been on the road, tryna sons. Brody in that jam and I ain't seen none. They didn't have no faith, we was gonna be some. Brody called my phone, we gon' be some. We gon' be some. We gon' be some. We gon' be some. Be some. Man up, growing up like a young, nobody believe you. Cause this world set you up for failure. My mama always had love, she told me go be something. My pop showed me the way to be something. Yeah, it's all a process until we up, gang. Going through every emotion, we go be something. I gotta be a leader for my people. I gotta be an example for my people. I told my brothers and my sisters believe anything. Don't let the world tell you that you're not man. Cause we gon' be up in that song, man. We gon' be up in that song, man. And don't forget, we got reasons. Brody in that jam, and I ain't seen none. They didn't have no faith, we was gon' be some. Brody called my phone, we gon' be some. We gon' be some. We gon' be some. Yeah, we gon' be some.
Hello, we gonna be something.
We gon' be some. We gon'
No,
be
thank
some.
you. Hello. And I'm saying, it is just time. Sharing my show over here on LinkedIn. If it goes, it goes. It went in somewhere. But, and I say good morning. Francis, good morning. And I'm going to say that, it's time for us to have the conversation. I saw Roland Martin over there, go Roland, row. And he was talking about, he had a bunch of educators in the room and they were having conversations. I just think it's time for us to drop down to the local level, have conversations about, are we making it as this is? You could come up and talk if you'd like to. I don't have a problem. And so, here is determining that behavior is relevant in the year of 2026. Yep. And so here we are. They're quickly and I play my songs because they were given to me from my nephew. City on Fire, and it just got to be a reason. Why do we have to have reasons to live? Somebody said, well, I have to have a reason. And I said, well, really, do you? I said, did God give you life? And apparently God gave people life. And Right, so I represent myself here. I promote my own show because, for whatever, this side of the field says 2.2 and one love, but the other one says less than 80 people that are following and less than. It's always less than. You get it? Fuck them. That's what I got to say. Fuck them and the horse they rode in on because you're still getting my money monthly. Yep, and that's it. Let me see. What's today? Today is January the 15th. It's not late yet. It's going to be a whole month behind in a minute. That's right. Yep, and so here we are, sitting on our asses and living in America. And what does that mean to you? Well, a patient came to them, and I'm saying, oh, Lord, I do not see myself as a patient. And here I can see. Okay, let's do another song. Got to go in my notes. I have to find where I hit it because it hides things certain places. Let's see. This one is my favorite.
Take care of yourself, you ain't never did. All these niggas in my face, yeah, they snakes for real. Granny told me never lie, so I keep it real. Ain't see Brody in a minute, yeah, he got the drills. Facing all these backwoods, you know the killer feel. Take care of yourself, you ain't never did. All these niggas in my face, yeah, they snakes for real. Granny told me never lie, so I keep it real. Ain't see Brody in a minute, yeah, he got the drills. Facing all these backwoods, you know the killer feel. Take care of yourself. 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 face, yeah, these snakes for real. Granny told me never lie, so I keep it real. Ain't seen Brody in a minute, yeah, he never drills. Facing all these bad boys, you know it kill the feel. You know it kill the feel. Take care of yourself, you ain't never did. All these niggas in my face, yeah, these snakes for real. Granny told me never lie, so I keep it real. Ain't see Brody in the media, yeah, he in his drills. Facing all these backwoods, you know it kill the feel. You know it kill the feel. Take care of yourself, you ain't never did. All these niggas in my face, yeah, these snakes for real. Granny told me never lie, so I keep it real. Ain't see Brody in the minute, yeah, he in his drills. Facing all these backwoods, you know it kill the feel. You know it kill the feel.
Two minutes is really not long, is it? Okay. Not long enough.
What you know about love?
Hey, yo, Ren, turn that up.
What you know about love? What you know about love? You ain't never show no love. You and your friends with us, you be out with the scrubs. All them late nights at the club. You ain't never show no love. What you know about love? You ain't never show no love. You and your friends with us, you be out with the scrubs. All them late nights at the club. You ain't never show no love. What you know about love?
What you know about love? You ain't never show no love. What you know about love? Every night in the club, yeah, throwing one straight cuts, but ain't never giving fuck. Ain't never giving fuck. What you know about trap? What you know about this? What you know about that? We be out where you at, smoking dope this twice. 2 shots, take out the mom. Said it's 4L, but that's not. All shit can't lie. And these niggas real whack. Got the chicken out straight, pop this and pop that. I do this what I'm saying. I leave the fake in the past, yeah, that's what I had. And now I got that. And now these niggas mad.
What you know about love? You ain't never show no love. You and your friends with us, you be out with the scrubs. All them late nights at the club. You ain't never show no love. What you know about love? You ain't never show no love. You and your friends with us, you be out with the scrubs. All them late nights at the club. You ain't never show no love. What you know about love?
No, I don't own the music rights to this one. Hey. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It's just real when you watch Facebook. You're not able to see anything. And it's just real. But anyways, let me welcome. Sounds like somebody's doing something. I have no idea what it is they're doing, but they're doing something. Let's do another song, shall we? Because we can. Go to the notes first. And I had found one. Oh, did I say what you know about love? What you know about this? What you know about that? What you know about what you know about? Keep believing. It's a good thing.
I've been trying to catch your attention, I just pray that you notice. Anything that you could compare me to, you really just focus. Being getting out the way, so that you never really just focus. I've been trying to make that change, you know it really ain't easy. They so good to speak on my dreams, they really don't believe me. I've been trying to make my own way, I know this shit ain't easy. I know this shit ain't easy. But I'ma make it, yeah, just believe me. I've been trying to find your love, but it been so distant. Thinking back to those old days, yeah, I really just miss it. You knew what it was from jump, you know I really am different. I ain't waiting on your love, know that I'm gon' get it. Don't go blaming me for my ways, never said that I was perfect. Every time I'm out the way, you know I'm out here working. I've been out here with my enemies, know we know for lurking. Knowing you waiting at hard, I found my purpose. I've been trying to catch your attention, I just pray that you notice. Anything that you could compare me to, you really just focus. Being game out the way, so that you never really just focus. I've been trying to make that change, you know it really ain't easy. They so good to speak on my dreams, they really don't believe me. I've been trying to make my own way, I know this shit ain't easy. I know this shit ain't easy. But I'ma make it, yeah, just believe me.
I'm just gonna put it down. Put it down now. Oh goodness. I hope I didn't scare anyone away. I'm going to plug my speaker in so it can be charged for the day, you know. I like this speaker because it's a boom box. It's a boom, boom, boom box. Oh goodness. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What else can we get into? We have a whole hour. So much can happen in an hour. And so little can happen also. I mean, the whole thing is that when I wake up in the morning, hey, and, I know what's on my mind. And we just have to do what we have to do all the time because it is up to us if it's ever going to happen. So what will you do as it is 2025? The question is, are you alive? And who are you? What can I say? I know who I am, as this is America. And we must do what it is that we do. Oh, I moved the charger. I can't leave it in the bathroom. No, you have to know that there are partnerships in America, and people come together. People just come together to do what it is they choose to do. And it's just real. Let's see what that is. Okay. It's a piece of paper. Gun registration. So we can give it to them. That's funny. What is funny is memories. The memories out the corners of my mind. Misty water colored memories of the way we were. And that's just real, right? What is that? I should probably be looking at it somewhere else. Pete Thomas. I wonder, I think this was. Oh, marriage certificate. Oh, well, I think that I can send some of this stuff to my siblings. And, because all you have to do is snap a photo of it. And then put it out there in the ethos. Because the ethos is forever, And it goes right to the cloud. That's the amazing thing. And once it's in the cloud, it's there forever. And that's just real. Forever and ever until the cloud disappears. And I do not believe that that's going to happen. Well, because the cloud is really not on the cloud. It's not on the ground, The cloud is in the ethos. It goes up to the satellite, then down to a storage container here on Earth. They've got all these silos where they're just storing data. And data is everything. Oh, goodness. Did you not know that data is everything? So here we are, living in America and going to do the best we can. Let's see what's here. Wrong one. This one. This one is it. Framing the problem. Now, see, this is Nevada. And Nevada thinks that it can frame the problem. Framing the problem of lost instructional time. This has to do with the, what do they say? Attendance and people not showing up. 180 school days, approximately 280 minutes of instructional days, time per day. And in 2023, the average non-chronic absentee student missed 6.8 days. By contrast, chronically absent students miss an average of 32.5 school days. 32 school days. Can you imagine that? And for every student we move off the chronically absent list, we gain about 25 days of instruction, as if their instruction really means something. So district-wide, every 1% of drop of chronic absenteeism, e.g. 610 students, we reclaiming approximately 15,200 and 50 days of instruction. And it doesn't really matter because you can't tell me what they do in 1 day of instruction, how they're making a difference. Let's see. What pisses me off is they have this and it's so low that you can't hear it. And so why are they even talking about it public? Because it's so low you can't hear what the fuck she's saying. And you really can't. So I go to another. Is she going to change the screen? Okay. She changes the screen and she talks about relationship building with students and families, attendance officers, because they talk about the process. They don't talk about, and then they don't even talk about, what pisses me off is they have these phrases: realignment or re-engagement efforts, professional support, expansion of athletes, and activities in clubs, competition and incentives, and then identification of barriers that they're really supposed to be paying attention. But the deal is that they're just words, and without evidence of action, they ain't shit. And then the community independence, and the impact of chronic absenteeism, and that's what they're talking about. Like it's a chronic problem here. I'm having to charge my phone too. Community school independence and the impact of chronic absenteeism. The strength of our schools and the strength of our community are reciprocal, she says. Employers and economic development, workforce, shortages, and talent are sacred? I think that's word, sacred something. But anyways, our tax dollars, because everybody pays taxes, especially here in Vegas. But you need to understand where they're examining sports and athletics and the human condition. I'm just talking about the human condition. The Negroes who like Sha'Carri Richardson, she's the best of what she's doing. And then you talk about the GOAT, the one who does the gymnastics. You can just talk about anything you want to talk about. But guess what? We have arrived as Americans. We're living in a nation as an American. And what I do is critical simply because I'm crossing the line. I'm willing to be the target. I have the target on my back. And you motherfuckers need to pay attention because we all need to pay attention. Community approach. What is a community approach? All community approach. It says strengthen our community with non-profit LLCs with district administration. SOC began facilitating meetings with several not-for-profit groups and governmental agencies. Those things just don't mix. You understand what I'm saying? Stabilization, expansion of middle school support. Now, middle school is just that 7th and 8th grade. What the fuck is really going on? Because we got, first we got the K through 6, and then we have the middle school, and then we have the high school. Okay, let's just look at the starting line, shall we? Where are we? This is 2026. And as a people, especially as this nation has evolved, and it really has, we are 250 years in the nation. And then guess what? Then Donald wants to celebrate his birthday on the same day as we're celebrating. Oh no. Whatever. The pervert just wants to continue to touch the pussy. And that's just real. So stabilization, expansion of middle school, stabilization, expansion of family resource centers, which we don't know how they service us because we're not exactly accepted in all places. Chronic absenteeism and awareness campaign, community and family focus, expansion of early childhood programming. They want to expand it. Well, they have a need for 7,000 seats in early start, and I don't know how they're going to fulfill that. Partners to expand to mental health and medical health supports and teacher appreciation. But you didn't know public education is all about mental health, right? You didn't know that. Well, for those of you let's see. Oh my goodness, what should we say? I'm 56 minutes away. hmm hmm And so, I'm just concerned because for whatever reason, as a people and as a people living within a nation, there's nowhere to go and concern yourself about the failure of mandatory public services, except for the governor. I mean, I think the governor has heard my show. Matter of fact, I know people under his administration have reached out to me and invited me to the table. Well, you have to know what the table actually looks like. And as I know what the table looks like, I'm watching them all the time. They need to understand that it is we the people, and I'm part of the people. Just a mere part of the people. And I'm a caution orange light today. I was green, but who knows? The places that we go. It was one of those Dr. Seuss's books. Oh, the places that we go in America. Oh, will you ever really know? No, because, understand that we've been through some things in America where we wanted to do the bus movement and we wanted to do the boycott of, the lunch counter shit. And I was living those days, but those things really didn't affect me. We were so far away from the impact, but not really. We're in the middle of it. And here we are in the middle of it again as those 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I think there was like 9 or 10 kids that were involved in the unfortunate loss of life with a young man who came to a fight with a knife. He had a weapon, but Nevada turned the weapon against these children because they all saw the boy with the weapon and felt that they were doing something relevant. And unfortunately, when the boy fell and hit his head, I don't believe he was punched. I believe he fell and hit his head. And then somehow it's an unfortunate incident of a loss of life. But those children didn't start the morning off by saying, we're going to kill somebody. We're going to end the life of somebody. And no. And actually, this is what Nevada or America has done because they promoted that, coming to the rescue of an innocent one. So it was one boy. And he's being jumped by 2 white boys. And it was a racial incident. Just racially motivated. But this boy who has some really problems, and he came to school with a knife, a weapon. And then those children are in the juvenile, no, they're not in the juvenile facility. Those parents demanded those boys go to prison where the adults are. And I'm saying, I don't give a fuck. They were juveniles. They were on a campus where the local school police should have been aware of that young man with the knife and should have been aware of the kids puddling up around the corner from the school site. They're responsible for your child from the time on the way to school and the way back. That's why we have local school police. You get it? And it's just unfortunate that people don't understand the power they possess. But those boys are sitting in prison. Enough is enough for me. Just like George Floyd, Amir Locke, Ahmaud Arbery. You could go down the list of how many young people have lost their lives. And not because of what? Oh, I'm trying to figure this shit out. And then, the unfortunate news of all, I was working for Los Rios Community College. It was a junior college. I was a single parent and accepted the responsibility of my children. Unfortunately, it was the group of administrators and my supervisor, the administrator, Chuck Spruce, who had no oversight. And what I really didn't understand is he had the power to look into my medical records and terminate me. He walked to the school. My boss would not fire me. He walked over there and fired me. I filed a discrimination complaint. They settled with me, but they claimed that I quit my job. I did not resign from my job. I did not quit. They gave me an open medical that is valued at 0 because they worked with Kaiser, and I didn't understand how they could work with Kaiser to bury my medical record in which determined that I had rheumatoid arthritis. But to allow me to self-medicate by treating me with prednisone, but only taking it when I needed it and understanding the dangers in it. And I'm saying, all this time I've been self-medicating. Now I'm going to question, and I just fought for all resources until I couldn't fight anymore. But they gave me Social Security because they gave me Social Security and they included that open medical in my retirement. You get it? Fuck them. They owe me much more, and I'm going to get what I'm owed. And I mean that. Until the day I'm no longer breathing, I'm going to hold those people, those few people, accountable for the fraud committed in my open workers' comp, retirement, medical, Social Security driven, whatever. Understand? They shut me up by giving me Social Security. And then I went on to my life and raised my children. My children are just awesome. And here I am. Let me find my picture here. For those who are paying attention. Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. This guy was telling you to squint and close one eye. But actually, when you squint one eye and close the other eye, you see a photo of Jesus, and that was real. I didn't understand, but when you go back and see the smaller thing, yeah, it's real. It's what you see. But then, that's my grandbaby. Hey, she's looking cute. I have one. That's what you live your life for, is to have one. No, not that one. Here. This is my girl, Saint, and me. And we were over there. We were over there on, what was it? Anchor, and then Wisdom. And now we're over there on Spotify and not getting a goddamn penny. But they have 17,000 views. And anytime you get 17,000 views, you should have something something to say. 17,000, they're still utilizing your whatever. So here I am on the left. And here my girl is over here on the right. And then, oh my goodness, shadow banning. What is shadow banning? We're going to find out. Because we're going to keep on digging just digging in it. Whatever the conversation, add music. Let's just find something to add. Okay, this is my favorite one.
If the child says, I need some help with this. If the child says, I need some help with this. Somebody in your doggone tribe, and you're just another kid, can help with this. And if there's no Well, of course. But I mean, there was a whole lot of fighting done there, and there's a whole lot that you learn from that fight. But why not? Let's start look at it from and you can't fight with the NAACP, who are, and I just figure they're part of the Gestapo. That's just how I feel. I understand that everybody else should feel.
That's interference. Go back over here.
Well, I can't even talk about today's NAACP. I mean, I'm not trying to generalize the whole organization across the world, but I can't talk about them.
Forget it. I'm gonna go to the notes. More music.
Angels in my spirit. I got angels in my spirit. I'm too real to be pretending. And I got angels in my spirit. And I've been speaking, hope you hear it. Love was fake until you showed me. Glad to say I'm not the old me. Every story that you told me. Make sure you never met that you never met the cold me. I'm too real to be pretending. And I got angels in my spirit. And I've been speaking, hope you hear it. Love was fake until you showed me. Glad to say I'm not the old me. Every story that you told me. Make sure you never met the cold me. Make sure you never met the cold me. Shit cold, but I can be cold. I ain't seen shit but a fucking ball. And bitch, I'm a climber, I'ma get over. Touchdown, gotta turn over. I'm on again. Put in my pain, all these songs again. Don't blame it on my cup. I need to feel, so I gotta pour it up. And I can't get enough. And I need your love. And I need it. Baby, believe it. I see you only hit me up when it benefits you. I ain't the type to play them games. I ain't playing with you. I wanna be by your side, girl. I wanna show you things. Don't bring no pain. Never switch and help me elevate. We working every night, splurging every fucking day. Niggas took me space, so I had to stay about the way. I just want a happy ending. I'm too real to be pretending. And I got angels in my spirit. And I've been speaking, hope you hear it. Love was fake until you showed me. Glad to say I'm not the old me. Every story that you told me. Make sure you never met that you never met the cold me. I'm too real to be pretending. And I got angels in my spirit. And I've been speaking, hope you hear it. Love was fake until you showed me. Glad to say I'm not the old me. Every story that you told me. Make sure you never met the cold me. Make sure you never met the cold me. Late night. Late night conversation. Hey, yo, Lorraine, night conversations, they all overdue. Late night, sitting here reminiscing, need to get over you. I need too much on my mind, my demons active too. Way too much, overwhelmed by my life, I pray I make it through. I pray. Late night conversations, they all overdue. Sitting here reminiscing, need to get over you, Too much on my mind, my demons active too. Overwhelmed by my life, I pray I make it through. Yeah, we better now, here we on our top journey. We ain't got no worries, they still got plenty vision. Man, they ain't no shit, them niggas tricky like long division. Yeah, we tryna get the millions, we come up on a spaceship. Yeah, we flying cause we stuck to them phones who not claiming. Yeah, we falling hard, I do this for my brother. Might let me take the night in a better place. I can't take back the pain, so now we smoke go away. Man, I'm a late night thing. Late night conversations, they all overdue. Late night, they stay here reminiscing, need to get over you. I need too much on my mind, my demons active too. Way too much, overwhelmed by my life, I pray I make it through. I pray. Late night conversations, they all overdue. Sitting here reminiscing, need to get over you. Too much on my mind, my demons active too. Overwhelmed by my life, I pray I make it through. I pray.
What's going on? Welcome to the live. Early morning.
Oh, wow. You can jump over there and get in fan base. I'm going back over there, fan base. And still being on my show. I'm going to jump over there. Oh, shit. Jump into the next live stream. I don't want to do that one. Okay, let's see. It tells you to go live. I wonder if you could just do double go live over here. Something like that. I didn't hear nothing.
God is good all the time. If he ain't, then you lying in the rain, in the sun. God is nice, baby. God is good all the time. If he ain't, then you lying in the rain, in the sun. God is good all the time. God is good all the time. Says it cannot keep us from it. I'm great, so you look.
So what we've learned is when
In the final seconds of her life, as bullets tore through her car, 28-year-old Arkia Berry didn't call for help or text her family goodbye, but instead typed out a name and hit send, Jocko. Her 5-year-old son Landon sat strapped in his booster seat behind her, and within moments, both of them would be dead alongside her boyfriend Eric Ashley. That single text message, sent at 5:09 in the afternoon on July 13th, 2024, would become the key piece of evidence in a triple homicide that investigators believe was triggered by a $2,000 debt.
That's sick. Somebody went to jail for
Before we get to
that
how
shit.
money allegedly led to this massacre in Birmingham, Alabama, let me take you back to where Arkia's story began and show you the tragic pattern that had already marked her family long before that fatal afternoon. Born on September 9th, 1995, Arkia Kia Berry grew up in Center Point, a suburb northeast of...
Did you hear about the new POS system everyone's talking about? It's the new GoDaddy Smart Terminal. And they're even giving out some of these terminals for free. It has the lowest transaction fees in the industry, which has already saved my small biz.
This one's for the big. Where your mama now?
Huh?
Where your mama them at?
My mom was dead.
Where your dad at?
My dad is in jail. I'm in foster home.
Okay, where they at?
Foster people?
Yeah, like the people who like shop, who like.
You know who shoot?
Your guardian.
They hate black people, okay?
Oh, they do?
Yes, they hate black people. They don't like me. They don't even treat me.
Damn.
They hate me, though.
You ain't put them on the phone. Let me talk to them.
Oh, no.
They're not gonna listen.
They ain't gonna listen.
They gonna snatch my privileges away.
What? Okay. So what are these? Let me get Dr. Montez mode. What are these privileges? What are these privileges?
You can only get on your phone
She had to go.
Somebody need to call. Somebody call somebody. Somebody need to call somebody right now. That child needs some help. Where your mama them?
Huh?
Where your mama them at? Shout out to Stephanie. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank y'all for the roses. Anyone that sent roses, thank you.
I think that was, I think it was all from.
Hey, what you think then? Wow, this is crazy.
What is it?
Okay, this is a negative, and I...
You see the skin? That is the minimum requirement to go live. It's not actually the fact. Because I have the ability to go live on my backup account, which I don't do anything on, and I had that ability.
From Gen Z to Gen Z, here's how you're going to do it.
You walk away. You're talking to my wife right now.
Shocking. A black man in South Carolina was harassed and shoved by a white instructor while taking a walk.
What are you doing here? You walk.
He was identified as 42-year-old Jonathan Pentland, an instructor of the United States Army in Fort Jackson. On April 12th, when he saw the black man DeAndre taking a walk near his home, he drove him away.
You're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. Get out of here.
Pentland asked DeAndre where he lived and claimed that he was harassing the neighbor, demanding that he get out of the community.
You're aggressive on the neighborhood. Someone came running up. Walk away. You walk away.
DeAndre looks very confused because he lives in this community.
Check it out. You either walk away or I'm going to carry you.
Pentland insists that DeAndre does not live in this area because it is a closely knit community.
I live here.
Okay,
Right now, you're harassing the neighborhood, not harassing anyone walking through the neighborhood. I live here.
And the instructor's wife, Cassie Pentland, also joined in.
Walk away! You're talking to my wife right now. That's your wife? Walk away.
In fact, DeAndre's home is only a 10-minute walk from the scene of the conflict. After the police arrived at the scene, Pentland was arrested and charged with 2 second-degree felonies. If convicted, he will be sentenced to 30 days in prison.
You walk away! You're talking to my wife right now.
Shocking. A black man in South Carolina was harassed and shoved by a...
Trust me, in 3 years, AI-powered Optimus robots will be better servants than any human on Earth. Yeah, AI. Yet most people have zero idea what AI can actually do. Solution? This video.
Please stop using ChatGPT and Canva like children's toy. AI will create more millionaires in 5 years than the internet did in 20. Do this 15 minutes a day, and by Thanksgiving, you won't recognize yourself.
In 1 week, you'll feel unstoppable. In 2 weeks, you'll know more than 90% of people of your age. In a month, you'll have your entire AI strategy. This is the 28...
Look at me, Habibi.
Not a hole, but a little ditch, you know what I mean?
Shh, no one's gonna know you're reading. Seriously.
3, 2, and...
Hey, it's your girl, Katsuki. Yeah, I'll be the one, not the 2 or the 3. Balls on wheels and them H-Town streets. Dogs like a beast, they done took me out the leash. Hey, I'm in the West Coast screaming out, hi, hater. All smiles looking down from a skyscraper. Crowd list sticking to me like a fly paper. New walls stick a laugh, now I cry later. I'ma do this for the slides and the low riders. Dipping down, hear the switches, people go shining. Selling mail, heck nah, I'm a gold diamond. Only limit to the sky when I'm ghost riding. Ain't big enough, get your doors up. 15-minute fame, but your thumbs up. He ain't calling out names, never follow up. DNX track 2, I down to squabble up. Hey, try to set for the whistle. Do the south side, man, I might do my thistle. Follow my drip, better yet, make a diss. No referee, but the queen's so official. The missile, straight aiming at your forehead. New Nikes on my feet, no podcast. Only 9 years old, got 'em so stressed. Hard times don't last, 'cause I'm so...
Time to go to these videos and not sing.
Let me welcome my brothers to the panel, Alex the Ruler and C-Dog Collins. How y'all doing?
I'm alive, brother man, I'm alive.
I feel you on that, bro.
Let me say this real quick, and I gotta get back to work. But y'all better make some motherfucking noise for the new heavyweight champion of Outlaw Championship Wrestling Alliance.
Hey, hold on. I had another. Let me do it again. You weren't in here. Hold on, y'all. No, that ain't the right one. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I'm tripping.
See, I saw the announcement. I was going to say something, but I wanted Matt to say it first.
Hey, that's okay. You can still say something too. You part of the faction too, man.
Well, congratulations. You deserve it.
I appreciate that. And with that being said, we want to know, when does Alex Ruler return back to the fold?
To come in and do trading based.
How are you this morning? Oh. Thank you for the brief host. I appreciate you.
No, sleep.
With a color of title.
2 something on that. I'm going to just give y'all love. Guess his weight. I'm going to put him on the scale.
Thank you for you, Jack.
Stop staying in situations longer than you need to. That's why you catching them yellow lights.
Ruby Red. Every roll.
It's harder and harder to get rid of costs these days. Welcome in, Netta.
And we ascended.
Hey, y'all. Well, they can't see their future. Tyler, Texas now. Oh, okay. You went to handle your business. Thank you, Ward G. Right back at you, love. You already know. Here it comes.
It didn't, but
Thank you.
Everybody can see it. We've got new people coming in. And I don't want you to miss out on anything that I can possibly help you with.
Gotcha, brother.
Join me. I love you.
oh no, I'm out of there. I'm gonna go here.
If the child says, I need some help with this, somebody in your doggone tribe, and usually it's another kid, can help with this. And if there's no, well, of course, but I mean, that was a whole lot of fighting done there, and there's a whole lot that you learn from that fight. But why not let's start look at it from the, and you can't fight with the NAACP who are, and I just figure they're part of the Gestapo. That's just how I feel. I understand that everybody else should feel that. If the child says, I need some help with this, somebody in your doggone tribe, and usually it's another kid, can help with this. And if there's no, well, of course, but I mean, that was a whole lot of fighting done there, and there's a whole lot that you learn from that fight. But why not let's start look at it from the, and you can't fight with the NAACP who are, and I just figure they're part of the Gestapo. That's just how I feel. I understand that everybody else should feel that.
It's not doing it right. I'm gonna go add something else.
Well, I can't even talk about today's NAACP. I mean, I'm not trying to generalize the whole organization across the world.
2 p.m. Next, the board will hear is to the proposed regulation R064-24P and amending NAC 39555 and NAC 389516 relating to the employability skills for career readiness. Mm-hmm. I invite Director Statuki of the Office of Career Readiness, Adult Learning, and Education Options to provide information regarding this proposed regulation. Please proceed when you're ready, Director Statuki.
Good afternoon, President Ortiz, members of the board, members, Superintendent Ebert. For the record, I am Craig Statuki, the Director of the Office of Career Readiness, Adult Learning, and Education Options for the Nevada Department of Education. For this hearing, I'm presenting proposed revisions in Regulation R064-24P to repeal NAC 389-555, Employability Skills for Career Readiness, and conforming changes to NAC 389-516. The regulations were heard in a regulation workshop on February 9, 2024, and the proposed changes were previously provided to the State Board of Education and the Governor's Office for review in accordance with Executive Orders 2023-003. The Department is proposing the removal of all language in NAC 389-555. The Department already has a process to develop career and technical education standards through the State Board of Education after collaborating with business and industry experts, as well as secondary and post-secondary educators. The removal of language will allow the department to update its standards, meet Nevada's workforce needs, and have a process to regularly review and update potential changes in employability skills through the State Board of Education. The department has previously discussed the removal of this language in the process to have employability standards approved by the State Board of Education with representatives from the Governor's Office of Workforce Innovation, the Nevada System of Higher Education, the Governor's Office of Economic Development, and local school districts. I'm available for any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Director Statuki. I'll open it up for any questions from the team. Okay, hearing none, I will open it up for public comment. Are there any public comments in Carson City?
There are no public comments in Carson City.
Are there any public comments in Las Vegas?
There are no public comments or written comments in Las Vegas.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation, Director Satuki. Members, any questions before I call for a motion? Seeing none, I will open it up for a motion to approve.
This is Member Cantu. I'd like to make a motion for the removal of all language from NAC 389.555 and NAC 389.516.
As proposed in Regulation R064-24P. Sorry, finishing that one for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Member Dockweiler. I second that.
All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. I will close this hearing at 12:06 p.m. All right, next up. Moving on to agenda item 13. It is now 12:06. The board will hear a presentation from Director Satuki again and take possible action regarding Regulation 074-24 regarding the creation of curriculum for the Teacher Academy Pathway Program. Director Satuki, please proceed when you're ready.
Thank you. Good afternoon, President Ortiz, members of the board, Superintendent Ebert, members of the public. For the record, I am Craig Satuki, the Director of the Office of Career Readiness, Adult Learning, and Education Options in the Nevada Department of Education. For this hearing, I'm presenting on proposed Regulation R074-24 related to the Teacher Academy College Pathway Program. The first workshop in this regulation was held on February 9, 2024. The department received public comment to ensure that there will be equitable access to the Teacher Academy College Pathway Program. The development of this regulation, which is required from the 2023 legislation passed in Assembly Bill 428. This bill was sponsored by the Assembly Committee on Revenue and was approved by Governor Lombardo on June 15, 2023. Section 3, subsection 4 of Assembly Bill 428 requires the State Board of Education to adopt regulations that prescribe curriculum for the Teacher Academy College Pathway Program.
So that Teacher Academy Pathway Program and how it's supposed to allow everybody to participate. It's broken too. But y'all,